This is part 3 video. I'm going to show you the last few techniques. This is, you can do, the next area we'll do a resist. You can do a resist with wax, like a crayon or oil pastel, or they have liquid mask that you can paint certain areas that you want to keep white, or you can tape an area. So say we wanted to make clouds. The wax resist, of course, will stay there. Mask is kind of a rubbery liquid that you paint on an area that you want to stay white, and then when after you've painted and the paint is dry, you kind of rub it off and it peels off, kind of like rubber cement. So those are called, this technique is called a resist. So I drew a bunch of clouds with a white crayon to be my wax resist, and now I'm going to paint my sky. I moved my water over here because my water kept dripping and making ruining my paint. So let's see. Maybe we'll make it a little bit of a sunset. Oops, that's pretty bright. So the wetter the paint is, the softer the edges, and the wetter the paper. So this got pretty dry, so you gotta get a pretty hard edge, but we can go back over it with wet paint and it'll kind of bleed. So you can see, you can play with that and see what kind of ways you can resist the watercolor. I must not have gotten very thick with the crayon there. Now, lifting off, we can do a paint an area pretty thick with paint. It'll still need to be wet. When you do this technique. Now you can go back with a dry brush and lift off. You can use even saran wrap or paper towel, cotton swab, whatever. But if you want to get texture, you can go back and kind of leave a lifting texture with it. You can also drop water in areas, and that will lift away some of the paint. So you can kind of play with that and lift off. So see how my edges, because this isn't water paper, my edges are bleeding over into the other one. So that's a time that you may want to lift off. Next one is layers. You can paint layers of color. Let's see. So you can start with one layer. Oops. And then keep building on that with more and more paint. to get it thicker. You may want to wait, so maybe we'll do one layer of color and then let that dry, and then we could do another layer of color. So maybe lift off some of the water so it dries a little faster. Now we're just kind of playing with it. Another fun one is you can get a wash of color and then add salt. And my salt is almost out, so, and it'll dry granulated. You get a cool starry effect with that. Another fun one is soft edges, so when you do paint on dry you get hard edges, and we can get a soft edges by adding, just painting a shape and just letting the paint bleed. The paper was more dry right here, so I'm getting this hard edge, so you could just touch that with a little water and that'll soften that edge. But again, you want to let the paint bleed and do what it's going to do. Soft edges. Another one is negative space. You can just paint the negative space, and as you do more scenery and do more with watercolor, you'll use this technique, so you might want to draw it out with pencil or watercolor pencil first, and then paint in the negative spaces to help the positive spaces stand out. I should have got my smaller brush for this, but we'll make it work. There's negative space painting. Next is rubbing alcohol. You can paint in an area, probably lots of pigment to see it. And then you get a little bit of rubbing alcohol on your on a cotton swab and drop that in. Ooh. I'm gonna pour the rubbing alcohol in there so I get the cotton swab really wet. And I'll drop the rock, and it will dry, making interesting. Dry in a unique way, because the rubbing alcohol dries faster, and so it dries at a different rate than everything else. Now, spattering. It looks like it is one of our last spots. What you can do here is get paint on a brush, maybe a little more water. For this, you'd want to cover the areas around it, and then you could do this with a brush or with more of a stiffer brush, and then you can kind of direct where the spatters go as you do it. But I like to use a toothbrush because it's fun, nice and stiff. So that's how you do spattering. So you can, as you can see, you can play with a lot of these techniques. Let's do another layer of green on our layering. See how we can layer more paint. And then as that dries, you can add another layer. You can do it in a different color or the same color to get deeper colors. We're just playing with it. Just playing with the watercolors. And again, this is not watercolor paper, so they do the edges do bleed more than it would on watercolor paper. So those are some of the techniques you can try with the watercolor paints. And now you can take these techniques and paint your pop can, your hand, your compass composition, and other drawings we do in our sketchbook.